Mother, tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children not to hear my words, what they mean, what they say. Mother, Mother, can you keep them in the dark for life? Can you hide them from a waiting world? Oh, Mother, Father, gonna take your daughter out tonight. Gonna show her my world. Oh, Mother, not about to see your light.
You're listening to Privileged White Male Radio, and I am your host. My name is Rod, and it's a late Thursday night here in the truck. Not about to see your light. Yes, thank you, Evil Dave. Goodbye, Evil Dave. You probably noticed I'm not on the Bluetooth portion of my headset as far as the microphone goes. Just thought I'd switch it up here. I don't know, something about my Bluetooth headset. I don't care for the audio quality. And since I don't have anything to read, I don't need a free hand. Well, maybe if I was doing other things, I might need a free hand. But I'm not doing that either, so I can hold my phone and talk on the backside so it doesn't sound like absolute dog crap. Just a couple random thoughts. I talked a little bit earlier today about the whole Bernie Sanders situation and how some of his supporters, the Bernie bros, were threatening female reporters for announcing that Hillary Clinton is the presumptive nominee, blah, blah, blah. Well, today in the news, of course, you've probably heard by now, President Obama has endorsed Hillary. I'm sure that has angered some Bernie supporters. Maybe not. I don't know. But I would think so. Are they going to take to Twitter and hurl insults at President Obama? Are we good? We've seen sexism against the lady reporters. Are we going to see racism on the parts of liberals now? Avowed liberals. Will we hear the N-word? Could you imagine the language as I described earlier in some of the tweets at the reporters? Did you see some of Bernie's supporters going that route? Look, you worthless effing N. I don't think we're going to see that happen, obviously. But aside from the Democrats, I want to just focus for this particular podcast on the Republican side of things. It was a thought that just came to me as I was sitting here in silence driving down the road. The Republicans, and when I say Republicans, please understand, I'm not talking about you out there. I'm not talking about the rank and file. I'm talking about the establishment Republicans, the ones who supposedly know everything, the ones that Donald Trump, I keep hearing the media, news media talking about how Donald Trump needs to listen to these people like Mitt Romney and John Kasich and on and on and on. Mitch McConnell needs to start listening to that. These are the guys that have put the Republican Party in the shitty place that it has allowed Donald Trump to become its presumptive nominee. Why the hell would anyone listen to these idiots? When they are idiots, and I'll tell you why, Paul Ryan included. They have I just don't understand how they have absolutely no media savvy whatsoever. I'm a dumb truck driver. I'm just a guy out here pretending to play radio while I drive my truck. That's all I am. Not even college educated. And I am intelligent enough to figure out a few things about our news media. But here we've got supposedly some of the most intelligent and well-knowledged men, statesmen, leaders that have not a clue. It's got to be because they're so shielded from reality and out of touch. Apparently they don't know what to look for. They don't recognize things. They just don't understand, because this whole, I'm talking specifically now about how the media is going on and on about, the Democrats are coming together. Kumbaya, my lord. The Democrats are coming together. I still haven't heard Bernie drop out of the race yet. But apparently, because Hillary has one good speech, and Elizabeth Warren is about to rip Donald Trump a new asshole again, which I think is kind of lame. I've listened to her say things. He's a thin-skinned, money-grubbing. Is that really going to play? I don't know. But the Democrats are coming together, supposedly, and the press is loving every minute of it. Oh, Loverboy tune. Loving every minute of it. I'm feeling a bit weird tonight. Sorry. You just have to put up with it. But yet the Republicans can't seem to get their shit together. They can't get their poop in a group. The Republicans there are many that are not going to support Donald Trump. They're having trouble. They just don't, they want to, but he's saying so many outlandish things. And this is all still, we're going on well over 2 weeks of coverage of the comment on Judge Curiel and the fact that he is of Mexican heritage and may have a conflict of interest. We're still on that kick. And this is what I'm getting at. This could have all been done away with. If any of these so-called establishment Republicans had a clue about how to conduct themselves in the media, this could have all been done away with. But they are exacerbating this whole topic. And I don't even care so much as it relates to Trump or if it's doing him damage. I just care because I'm sick of hearing it on the goddamn news constantly. I want to hear some other stories. I want to hear some substance, something with a little meat. Yay, the Democrats are all having orgasms and the Republicans are basically screwed. That's all I'm hearing. You talk about something else? These establishment Republican types, it's very simple. Here, I'll give you a nice little piece of advice. You can mail me the check for consulting. When you're asked by a member of the media about your presumptive nominee, and your presumptive nominee has said something that you deem racist, and you must disavow yourself and distance yourself from, why? Because you're such a chicken shit, lily-livered, pansy-ass, yellow-striped motherfucker. That's the bottom line. I just get that off my chest right now. Because you're a pussy, and you're afraid, and you got no balls. That's number one. But because of that, you have to run away. So you run away once. You make your statement. Have you heard of let your yes be yes, your no be no, say what you mean what you say? It's all simple shit we were taught as kids. But these idiots have forgotten it. You say it once, and you're done with it. And then when you're hit with it again by the media, you go back to the very first time when you my earlier statement, and next question, please. I've been clear on this subject. Next question. But instead, these idiots play in. The media is, of course, going to play this up as long as they can. Look how much distance they've gotten out of it. And they've gotten this much distance out of it and this much play out of it because of guys like Mitch McConnell and because of guys like Paul Ryan and because of all these other so-called great Republican leaders who trip over themselves to try and talk about this because their motivation is not what it should be. It's not to address it and be done with it. It's to continue to make themselves look good. And there's another part of this. So there's another aspect of this that hit me today as I'm thinking about this. Why do they continually find it necessary to go back to this well a million times? Whenever a reporter goes there, they're more than happy to accommodate them on the subject. Well, I disagree with Donald Trump's statement, and it's racist. We heard you the last 50 freaking times you said this. Why are you repeating yourself? I'll tell you why. These guys hate Donald Trump. Some of them, not all of them, but the ones that are in the news, the ones that can't seem to stop babbling about this racist comment that he made. They hate Trump more than they hate Barack Obama. Politically. They're more afraid of Donald Trump than they were of Barack Hussein Obama. And that's evidenced this year in the election. If you look at what some Republicans like Mitt Romney is just a douche. I cannot I think back to the election. I can't believe I voted for him. I think back to the election and his stupid slick hair and his stupid tan face. What a bonehead. What a piece of work. He really is an elitist. His comment about the 42% and all that shit, you know what? The page has turned in my mind. He really meant that shit. He is a piece of garbage. He's a rich piece of shit. There you go. That's what I think of you, Mitt Romney. You think so highly of yourself. Look at what you're doing. You have fought harder and pulled out more stops and spent probably more money to get this Never Trump campaign off the ground than you ever did trying to get yourself elected against Barack Obama. You and a vast array of other Republicans and pundits for that, but Bill Kristol for that matter. Look at the list. Someone make me a list. Someone out there, one of you minions, make me a list. Go through the news and make me a list of all the Republicans who are on this Never Trump bandwagon. And then let's go back and look at how they conducted themselves in the Never Barack Obama situation, which there wasn't one, was there? We never heard that phrase uttered. Oh, of course, it's, yeah, but you know, it's an election, of course but never the vitriol, never the energy expended, never the words used. Look at the words that they're using now against supposedly one of their own. That should tell all of us something about the Republican Party and how rotten to the freaking core it is. It really is. It's about the only good things I can say about Donald Trump is at least he's exposed this part, this wing of the Republican Party, and this wing of conservatism. It's rotten. It really is. And if these guys really wanted to put this thing to bed, this whole racism thing, they could have done it days and days ago. Make your statement and be done with it. Stop the diarrhea of the mouth just to make yourselves look good. I gotta stay in. This is all about power. It's all about money. I mean, we all know that, don't we? Out here in America, us average people. We know politics is money. They're one and the same. Another reason why so many people are in that Donald Trump camp, because he's already got money. So they're like, well, at least, hey, he may be a buffoon. He may have cotton candy hair. He may look like a flaming Cheeto, but, you know, at least he's got money and we know that he can't be bought off. So I think I'll vote for him. All right, you can send your checks, you Republicans out there, for my consultation here on the Privileged White Male Radio Show to rodgraphing@gmail.com. Once you do that, I will give you my PayPal account number once you email me there, and I'll tell you where you can submit your checks for this great piece of advice that I've given you. All right, that's it. I hope I see you tomorrow. Oh, and I need about... this is where I need your help out there, you guys. I need about 86 more plays. So, you know, if some of you guys aren't doing anything in particular, if you could, like, maybe 3 of you, I don't know, what would that be? 3 of you do it... Well, 3 of you do it, you know, click 40 times, click play 40 times. That'll give me 120. That'll put me well past last week's stats. So, you know, help me out. Do that for me if you would. All right, thanks for listening.